potato. Ozzy stares into the void and the void stares back.
Why is my bloody browser source a potato?
Chinshield tries not to laugh, refresh the cache. Ozzy refreshes it, the potato gets bigger.
It got worse!
2 minutes left, the clock is mocking them now.
Chinshield sighs, defeated. Ozzy, I lied! I'm not ready either! Ozzy freezes mid-rant. What?
Chinshield lists his sins, Mike's wrong, scenes are wrong, Beard Stacks is yelling at me, and OBS won't capture the game. Ozzy nods solidly, so we're both faking it. Always, mate. 1 minute.
The room fills with chaos. Ozzy shouting, "Why is my camera aimed at my ceiling fan?"
A Chinshield yelling,
"Why are my alerts playing Trucking Tuesday music?"
Beard Stats typing, "You alive in 40 seconds." OBS freezes like it's been shot. The intro music loops for no reason, and a message appears. Your USB device was not recognized. They haven't touched a damn thing. Ozzy blames Star Citizen. Chinshield reminds him the game's not open. Ozzy doesn't care. 10 seconds. Everything snaps into place. Scenes correct, cameras aligned, mic synced. No potatoes. The impossible happens. OBS behaves. Ozzy leans forward, whispering like a man who has come back from war.
"Pretend we planned that!"
Chinshield whispers back.
"We always pretend that!"
Ozzy clears his throat, takes a breath, and delivers the sacred opening line. Cry key. Welcome to Star Citizen. Have a nice day. And so begins another episode. Two men faking confidence, fighting technology, and somehow creating a damn good show.
Oh well. We're live, buddy. And we have an amazing show in store for you today. And
Okay.
Ozzy's muted.
Now I'm not muted.
Now he's not muted. That's a bunch of bullshit, actually. We don't have a show in store for you today at all, do we, Ozzy?
No, we've got zero plans, mate.
No plans at all. This is completely ad-lib. Lovely.
Yep.
How you doing today, Ozzy? How was streaming this week?
That was pretty good, mate. Yeah, I had a few days off, but you know, it was pretty good. I did the test, and then
Yeah, the Evocati, the freaking tech preview.
yep. And
I got to play around with it a little bit myself. I didn't get to play around with it as much as you did due to fucking doctor's appointments and shit.
how long's it gonna take you to get tests back from your fucking thing yesterday?
They didn't do a test yesterday, they just scheduled it. And he explained to me like the severity levels, you know, and I've got like a moderate severity level because of the size of my thyroid. And I've got, like, he said, a 5% chance of having cancer, which to me says I've got about the same amount of chances of having cancer as anyone else in the world, you know? So I'm not worried.
I think my camera's got a mind of its own.
Yeah, your camera's been moving around all morning. It's kind of freaking me out, dude. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Kind of like this.
That's not a knife. Oh, mate, I wasn't ready for it at all.
You weren't ready for it. You know it's coming.
Mate.
So we spend a lot of time trying to get stuff, as
Doesn't the game
everyone
look
probably
amazing?
knows.
It does look
game
amazing. Oh
does
my
look
god.
amazing. Oh my god. As most of y'all know, Ozzy's trying to get a Wicklow Idris. So this week on my stream, I've been devoting a little time to trying to collect materials for his Idris, like Quantanium and number 5 comp boards. So that's kind of what we did this week. Tuesday, was it Tuesday? Yeah, because I didn't know Monday. Monday we had mining Monday, and we must have gotten about 30 or 40 SCU of Quantanium, right? Right, Ozzy?
Was I there?
I gave it to you yesterday. I handed it over to you at
Damn.
at Area
There
18.
you
Look,
go,
Chrissy
mate.
just gifted 10 subs. Thank you, Chrissy. Appreciate you. Wow, Chrissy Nightingale, everyone, my biggest supporter. Let me drop a link for you. Oh, Beard Stacks already did. Go check out Chrissy's music. She's a musician. So, and then Thursday was really exciting. We went to Ruin Station to, oh, she wants me to read her message. This day in Star Citizen, a Twitch streamer gets subbies, Chrissy salvage, 450 construction rubble, 1,000 construction salvage, and 600 construction pieces. Way to go, Chrissy. That's a lot. Did you do that using the new salvage missions, I wonder? Anyway, we were doing number 5 comp boards at Ruin Station. That was like our main thing because you need number 5 comp boards for the Idris. How many do you need? Like 50, Aussie?
Yeah, mate. 50. Yep.
We got you 3. We got you 3 in about 4 hours. Well, it was about 3 hours because then I went off and did something else. I went and got some supervisor key cards.
I think I've got about another 6 since then as well.
Yeah. So we got you killed a lot of players Thursday. Amazingly, I think I'm starting to get good at this game or something.
Or something.
You think it's in something?
You
Fuck
said
you, man.
you said or something. You said you think you're getting good at this game or something, and I said or something.
Yeah. So you don't think I'm getting good?
That's not what I said.
That is what you said. That's exactly what you implied
That's
by
not.
saying that.
No, it was more of a question like, what
Okay,
does that
Captain
or
Obvious.
something fucking mean? Fuck. How you doing
Cuba's
this morning,
working on
mate?
their 4th Wicklow Idris right now.
That's not a knife.
Oh.
That's not a knife.
So anyway, so that's kind of how streaming went this week for me. I didn't get to stream yesterday because I had a doctor's appointment with the fucking thyroid bullshit, because, they got to do a biopsy on my thyroid. That's going to happen on the 26th. So come back in 2 weeks, maybe we'll know if I have cancer or not. Not. I have about as much chance of getting cancer as Aussie Viking.
Me getting bitten by a snake.
Yeah, you got a good chance of getting bit by a snake, though. I seen you touching a snake there in your videos on Discord. So, no, man, I had my wreck, and they're doing CT scans on me and shit, and they're scanning everything, and so they just happen to find out I have an enlarged thyroid, and that's how they find these things. They told me like 90% of these enlarged thyroids, they find them through incidental CT scans from like people going in and having car wrecks, or they're scanning for something else, and yeah, blessing in disguise, Chrissy. Chrissy has cancer. That's terrible. It's the worst. And so that's how they find these things. And they say like 95% of the time it's nothing. It's nothing. And they probably won't remove it unless my thyroid gets so big that my windpipe, my throat gets moved over and I have trouble swallowing or breathing or something. Then they probably remove it. You know, I could have them remove it right now, but I'm like not crazy and shit. Yeah, that'd be funny if they did find cancer and something that should have taken my life ends up saving my life. Isn't that something, Ozzy?
Yeah. Yep. Sorry, mate.
So what did y'all do on y'all stream this week, Ozzy? Did you do any low flying?
Yep. Oh, Jen, Job, and fucking. Yep, I did go low flying. We also didn't we kill the worm? I wasn't there. I.
Didn't we do that yesterday on your stream?
Yeah, didn't I for science say, hey, I wonder what happens if I jump while I'm standing here on the fucking steps of the tram, and then fucking fallen dead.
And you were dead, and by the time you got back to us, we had killed the worm already.
Mate.
Epic failure, Ozzy. That was an epic failure.
Should I show off the snake, mate?
Yeah, show them the snake. Show them the snake that showed up in your apartment, man. That's crazy. Can you show them that?
Yeah.
Here
There it
we
is.
go.
That's how I found
Look at
it.
that snake.
Right, that's on my way to have a smoke. Just wait.
That's fucked up.
Right, and that lizard is about yay long that's in its mouth. Right?
What?
Yeah.
That's gross. Snakes are just gross.
And I've thought about it afterwards. I should have been quicker on my feet and grabbed it by the tail. But
Oh, hell no. It would have bit you.
no, man, I've picked up a lot of snakes. It's just part of life around here, you know?
Yeah. This is great content, by the way. Chrissy grew up with a 25-foot Burmese python. Chrissy's kind of special like that.
Yeah, that snake would probably kill you if it bit you, though. Will make you very sick. And here, this is the volume.
Maybe even pick it up.
Yeah, I can hear it. It's kind of low, but you know. I can't think of snakes being sweet, Chrissy.
This is not a python.
Come
I
on,
know the
mate.
difference. If it was a
Come on.
python, I would have picked it up. No worries, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked bananas for 10 years, but snakes are just a part of the job. So,
Hey, Snowy, thanks for the follow, dude. Snowy just followed me, Ozzy.
awesome.
Like that. I'm like over 400 followers now.
Fuck
I'm
yeah, man.
I'm
That's
like
winning.
I'm somebody. I'm somebody now.
If you hear what I say after I poke it again,
What did you say? I didn't watch the video this far. Oh shit. That sucker's moving. Where'd it go?
Oh,
It's
fuck.
under
You
your,
I don't know.
it's
where-
oh
under your
fuck, now I
washing
don't know where it is. See, that's what I said. You want to watch that again? Yeah, I'll play that again.
Have fun at work, Jen.
See you, mate.
You
There's
know,
that
I've got to poke this cunt
Four,
with a fucking
four-letter word that
Maybe
I
you
hate
pick
so
it up.
much.
Sound and vibration, Commander Najib. That is the thing, man. Alright? Well, vibrations more so, but...
How much does a rabbit cost, Christy? That's what I want to know.
Come on, mate. Come on.
You hear how I sound like it's annoyed me? Come on. I just tried to go have a
I'd be like,
smoke.
get the fuck out of my house. That's what I'd be saying. Get the fuck out of my house. You don't belong here. Get the fuck out. $10 a rat, $30 a day to feed a snake, Chrissy. That's insane. You got to be rich to have a Burmese python.
You gotta be careful with the smaller ones because they move really fast, eh?
Yeah.
And then see, the lizard got away, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. I don't know
Anyway.
where it is.
Yeah, good
Oh,
stuff,
fuck,
mate.
no, I don't know where it's gone.
Fuck, now I don't know where it's gone. Yep.
Bloody hell.
Well,
Alrighty. Well, here we are. It's
Again.
another wonderful week in Star Citizen.
yes.
Doesn't the game look amazing?
It does look amazing. Oh my god.
Oh my god. The game's just amazing, guys.
G'day, Alley
I was
Cat.
trying to describe this game to somebody last night. So we're having a big ball tonight. I'm going to a ball on Valentine's. Roadmap roundup. I did not read it, Chrissy, but she's going to tell us all about it. So I got a ball to go to. It's being put on by the auxiliary of the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association, which is the motorcycle association that I'm a member of. And so last night we had the meet and greet, and I'm trying to explain to these guys Star Citizen. Do you know how hard that is to explain this shit to somebody who doesn't play video games? Oh yeah, and I've spent $3,000 on this game. You know what I'm saying? They're like, "Are you fucking mad?" You know, I'm like, "Well, it's a Kickstarter game." You know, it's like, I'm trying to explain to them how amazing it looks.
Doesn't the game look amazing?
It does look amazing. And
Oh
that's the
my
only thing that
God.
was going through my head. Doesn't the game look amazing?
It does look
And
amazing.
so that's what I told him. I told him the game just looks amazing. It's like the best video game I've ever seen as far as the appearance. And when it works, when everything's working in the game, it's just a beautiful thing, right?
Yep.
So no, we didn't read the roadmap roundup, Chrissy. We did, however, watch some of the Inside Star Citizen, and we're gonna highlight some stuff from that today.
I had a look at it, but you know, it's most of it we already knew anyway, and you know, me and Chin are both Evocati now, right? Chin, we're both Evocati now, mate.
We are Evocati. Isn't that special? What did you think of the new inventory system, Ozzy? Y'all wait for this.
Magic inventory that goes into wizard storage. Like a
Wizard storage.
a magic vacuum cleaner. Fuck off with Windows update. Fuck off.
You got a Windows update?
Oh no, it would have come through on the screen too because I'm fucking. Anyway. Fuck. Did I say that?
Yeah, that's what you think about the new inventory system?
You know, the UI was
Fuck.
fresh and new, and I guess I'll get used
looks
to
good.
it. But mate,
I like the way it looks.
I did not like the proximity inventory. It's no. We had no. You know, I come
I
up.
don't like that.
Since I've done this, since I've done this
No.
test, right? I've talked to a lot of different people that I haven't talked to before or would usually, right? And
Yeah.
they don't see why I'm so negative about it, right? But it's like 50-50, man. So some people really enjoy the magic fucking vacuum cleaner proximity inventory. I want to search the body. I want to search the box. I don't want to have, you know,
Just click I and have everything in the vicinity show up and be able to loot everything without having to go to the body or whatever.
I don't care if it's only 3.5 meters. It's still fucking magic. No, they deleted magic inventory at least 2 years ago. right? Now is not the time to bring it back. Maybe sure for all the fucking battlefielders and the fucking easy looters, but you know, for the people that have played this game solid for the past 4 years and want immersion, not fucking magic fucking vacuum cleaner, you know, nah, it's fucking stupid. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Keep trolling him, Chrissy. Let's get him going. Let's really get him going.
Yeah, I buy it well. All right, I buy it well.
Hey, you know what? Let me just say, I didn't get to play as extensively as you did on the tech preview because of doctor's appointment, you know, whatever. There was shit going on in my life that prevented me. And, you know, the Super Bowl and all that anyway.
How's
So I
about that
didn't get to spend
halftime
as
show,
much
eh?
time.
Sorry, that's all I
Oh my
got.
God, let's just leave it alone.
Yeah,
dude.
no, that's all.
Lord Havoc's on TikTok. He agrees with you, Viking. He's with you. But yeah, Lord Havoc wants to loot. I liked the inventory, but like I said, I didn't get to play it as much as you did. You were like, well, go to a bunker and see how you like it. And so I tried to go to a bunker. I was able to loot a box, but I didn't have the whole. I didn't get to experience. You know what? I'm going to admit it. I got fucking killed like immediately in the bunker, and then I just like rage quit.
That's funny.
But you know,
no, Chrissy, no.
I like
No,
the,
apparently there's... Sorry,
No.
Chin, for cutting you off, but apparently there's a bunch of settings and options that I didn't know about, and Evocati didn't get fucking privacy to, right? But apparently if you go and talk to all the DMs, or all the devs when they're in the fucking chat, you can fucking DM them and find out about this and that and this and that, and I found out all this since the test, right? But apparently there's a bunch of settings. But no, every time I went into a box, the inventory didn't work. Like F to use a box, F to use a body. No. You had to I and magic inventory. Pick the box, pick the body, pick the body, pick the box. And who knows which fucking box or body you're in? Like I couldn't tell. I couldn't.
Right.
I could.
I see what you're saying. I did like the way the interface looked, you know, because instead of dragging stuff straight to your body, now you drag it to little circles that are outside your body and it points to where it is on your body and stuff. That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool, and it kind of simplified things. But I kept having a problem. I kept wanting to drag my helmet into my backpack from my body, and you have to grab it from the little circle.
Well, it's going to be a learning curve, man. You know, we're all going to have to get used to it.
It's going to be a learning curve.
I think, you know, I think so.
Once I figured it out, it was pretty easy to get geared up, you know, but I was like, where's all my inventory? I couldn't find it. And then someone was like, well, you got to click the little icon up above the inventory screen, and that'll select your home inventory. And it's like, you don't have to be right up against the ASOP terminal. You can be like 3 meters away and still access the terminal. You know, that was kind of weird.
There is a stack all button.
Is there?
And
I didn't.
And the
figure that
search
out.
feature, but every time I used the search feature, it broke the inventory.
Really? I you know what, my general impressions of the Evocati tech preview this past week were good.
Can I play?
But I hope they'll adjust some of that shit so it's not so like what Ozzy's talking about. You know, I got really frustrated because I was frustrated because I was in VC with Ozzy and the other guys, and I'm listening to them bitch about the inventory, and while this is going on, I'm trying to update the tech preview, and I'm trying to update the tech preview and get into the game, and then there was a problem loading into the game. Lord Havoc says the look is great, the way it worked is meh. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yep.
You say it's if you're with others, the magic inventory gets confusing, and then he says, "Who took what? What box did it come from?" You know, So you
Yeah,
don't
which
have
body?
to search all the boxes. You just stand there and start searching through the inventory. That's kind of.
Yep.
I see what you're saying, Ozzy. It's kind of
Can I?
Navy.
Yeah, let's just Can I waste a couple of minutes and we just listen
Go
to
ahead.
the
Yeah,
song?
of course you can waste a couple minutes.
We just
yeah.
listen to the song that I
Listen
wrote
to the
about it.
song.
All right.
Okay, let's hear the Evocati song, Ozzy. Here we go. Y'all ready for this?
Evocati doesn't send invitations. It sends suffering. And on this particularly cursed cycle of existence, watching, Norvs and Ozzy found themselves staring at a brand new inventory system that looked like it had been designed by a drunk Aya locked in a cupboard with 12 spreadsheets and a personal vendetta. Ozzy was the first to break the silence, right? Which can't approve this. War was already elbow deep in menus, dragging boxes, opening tabs, closing tabs, accidentally equipping something, unequipping it, watching it teleport somewhere else entirely.
Why is it doing that?
Norvs muttered, "I moved ammo, and now my helmet's gone."
Oh no.
Ozzy squinted at the screen like it owed him money. Some poor fucking bastard is gonna have to make a tutorial for this, because this is not intuitive, not even a little bit. This is advanced cuntology. Then came the discovery. The magic inventory. Bodies no longer needed looting properly. Nah, mate, just stand vaguely near the corpse and whoop, everything gets vacuumed into the mystical space pocket dimension. Ozzy.
I understand, Chrissy, all good.
You're telling me we went from realism
Chrissy's a real
back to
musician,
wizard
so I can
storage?
understand how it's
Already
gonna
abusing it.
I just looted 3 blokes without bending over.
Bloody outstanding.
G'day, mate.
Ozzy sighed.
Space magic is back. Immersion is fucking dead.
Field test bunker.
Because nothing says, let's test a fragile new system like live
Yeah, you know what I didn't like? I
questionable
didn't like
decision
not being
making.
able
The
to
bunker went mostly
inventory a
smooth.
box
Too
while it's on the
smooth,
hardware.
which should have been the
They
warning.
need to do- they
Then
need to
Norvs
make-
yelled it.
Response!
Weapon snapped up.
No hesitation. Trigger squeeze.
Targets dropped.
Silence follow.
A pause.
Then the dawning horror.
Not 9 tails.
Security.
Ozzy stared at the bodies.
Ah!
Mobiglas chimed.
Crime stat 4.
For fuck's sake! Before the
y'all
rage
go
could
check
even
out
reach
Chrissy's next
operational
song.
levels.
Several.
Frozen. Dead. 40. Fucking
minutes.
Ozzy sat there marinating in fury.
I love testing, love it. Huge fan, big supporter of whatever sadist thought this was acceptable.
Eventually, mercifully, the server coughed itself back to life. And like true idiots who learn nothing, they went again.
Round 2.
Now with Chin. Another bunker attempt. Inventory still behaving like a haunted filing cabinet. Then it hit.
Severerot.
Again.
20 minutes.
No movement.
No
Oh my God,
gameplay.
server.
Just the distant hum of patients dying.
Chin spoke 1.
Nah.
Out F4.
Gone.
Straight to bed.
A veteran move. Professional even.
1. Checked the tie.
Got an appointment.
Also vanished.
Leaving behind the true prisoners of Evocati.
Ozzy.
Norvs, 2 stubborn bastards locked in a digital waiting room neither would abandon first.
Minutes crawl. Sanity eroded.
They began torturing each other purely for sport.
You disconnect first.
Get fucked.
You disconnect.
I've survived worse.
You once rage quit over a lift.
That lift deserved it.
Silence.
Then Olzamy.
If this comes back and kills us instantly, I'm uninstalling.
You won't.
Yeah, nah, you're right.
Another 5 minutes pass.
Ozzy sighed the sigh of a man aging in real time.
Imagine explaining this to someone.
Yeah, mate, I pay money to sit in a broken server with another cunt refusing to log off out of spite.
Get fucked, you disconnect!
I survived worse.
You once rage quit over a lift.
That lift deserved it.
Silence.
I know how to
Then
drum.
Ozzy.
If this comes back,
You had
and kills us
Wow.
instantly. I'm
That used to be pretty fucking
uninstalling.
good, actually.
You won't.
Yeah, nah, you're right.
Another 5 minutes passed. Ozzy sighed the sigh of a man aging in real time.
Imagine explaining this to
Yeah,
someone.
righto.
Yeah, mate, I pay
I'm over
money to
this.
sit in a broken server with another cunt refusing to log off out of spite.
This is peak gameplay.
And somewhere deep in the infrastructure, the servers continued their ancient
Rightio.
All right. Good night, Suno bot.
G'day, pagan.
So Lord Havoc's talking about playing in VR in TikTok. He says the VR inventory needs to be more than 2 column. I could see how, like, if you're in VR, you could have like a different column pop up over everybody and just drag shit all over the fucking place.
No, Chrissy, I didn't.
The server errors were insane. I was in
I
a
just
server
write
error
good
for
song.
about 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and then it was like, dude, I gotta go to bed. I gotta stream in the morning. It was hard. And then when I logged back in, the tech preview was over. So I didn't get to do all the stuff I wanted to.
Rightio. The moth, mate.
The moth. We're going to talk about the moth. What does everyone think of the moth?
Have you tried to
By
take
the
it?
way,
Have you tried to
we
take
had a
a?
bet. We had a bet 2 weeks ago, Oz.
Yeah, we both lost, mate.
You said it was going to be the Moses, and I said it was going to be the Shrew. I don't know what to do about this. You know, it was a $10 bet. Do we both pay CIG $10 now? What the fuck?
It's a moth.
How's that supposed to-
Maybe we should
It's a
buy
moth.
each other a paint or something.
Maybe. Yeah, that might be cool. I'll buy you a paint. The Moth's a good looking ship, but that's it for me. That I agree, Beard Stacks, 100%. I went out in the Moth with one of the guys, and I don't remember who it was I went out with on the Moth.
Yeah, you
but
went out with
it
Wah.
took forever with Wah. And it took forever to salvage Evocati. I mean, we were doing it for like 30 minutes, it seemed like, and we still were only halfway done. And at the end of the day, we only got about 8 SCUs of RMC. What the fuck? What, I could have scraped it faster in a vulture.
Hey,
You know, we had 2
notification.
salvage hits going.
Oh, are our ads fucking synced or what?
I don't know. I just dismissed the ads.
My pre-roll's off for another 53 minutes.
But the Moth looks great. It's got the AAA treatment. It's got the little interaction panels. It's got an engineering screen. It's got a little cargo deck that comes down that you can put 2 16 SU boxes on.
Have you tried moving the boxes out of the cargo bay?
No, I haven't. I did not try that. Was it difficult?
Let's just... They only come out one way and then only just, and then you gotta zap it several times to get it out.
No shit.
No shit.
That's a pain in the ass.
Because look at it here. Is this it? Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
just
that's
as tall as an 8 SCU box, right?
Right.
So, you know, 4s would be alright, but 8s or 16s? Fuck you, you're crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Oh well. There you go.
let's watch this video, eh?
The IG's at it again. Yeah, I like the look of the Moth. It's pretty sharp shit.
Yeah, but then we
Very
got a whole
industrial.
bunch of players saying, oh, they shouldn't be repurposing fucking chassis that have been. It's a whole
Why
different.
not?
It's a whole nother
Yeah, why not?
conversation.
That's what people do in real life, right? If you got different ships that have like the same parts, it's less expensive to manufacture for those ships. It just makes sense to have a ship look like built on the same chassis as another ship. Look at Harley Davidson. I'm a motorcycle guy. You got the Street Glide and the Road Glide. They're the same
Right,
fucking
JJ?
bike.
Yeah, I agree, but I just thought I'd bring it up because it's a definite thing, right? Anyway, what you want to watch this video?
No.
We're watching the video.
Let's watch it anyway. Fuck it. Behind the ship, the MOTH.
Can everyone hear that all right?
The Argo MOTH is the long-awaited, much-requested medium salvager for Star Citizen. It's supposed to fill the gaps between our small, single-siege salvage ships, such as the Vulture and the Salvation, and the massive Aegis Reclaimer.
Small salvage ships, they produce rubble. The large one, like the Reclaimer, they produce construction material salvage. And the medium ship, we create construction material pieces. The refining time for the rubble is the fastest.
I can't even watch the video. I'm too busy looking
in the
at
medium
that
part,
first collective
whereas for
animation.
the salvage, it's like
You like
the
it?
longest
It looks
refining times
amazing.
it will take. For crafting, the difference between the three different construction
Could we
material
show everyone the
raw
videos we
versions
made
of
of-
it
oh,
will
I
be
made
that
for
the
You, me, both
basically
like all shit.
retaining
or
the
what?
quality
That'll
of
waste
the
10
material.
minutes.
Yeah, we could show them that in a little bit.
With the MOTH,
finish
we
watching
wanted
this
to
video
take
first.
our medium operator-sized ships that we have already, we have them all, it's a great ship, and pivot that system over
I like
into
the
salvage.
claws on the MOTH. That looks mean.
Sometimes you don't need to
menacing.
reinvent the wheel,
It's like-
and we thought that building on top of the mole to make the MOTH made perfect sense. The mole is successful as a mining ship, particularly multi-crew-wise, due to the fact
Jazz
that
hands, yeah.
it has all those
You don't
turrets that can
want-
cover
oh,
pretty
fuck
much
off.
the
Well,
entire
no.
360 degrees
I-
under
I'm
the
not
ship
allowed
as
to
well as
express my
around it.
opinion on
It's not
this,
completely
alright,
full
so-
coverage, but it's pretty good. And the turrets have freedom of movement to really mine anywhere. And that really lends itself to salvage as well, which shares a lot of that sort of similar mechanics.
I think the Mole is a very successful ship in what it's built for. So getting the opportunity to revisit it
Hey,
with
the
the
Mole's
lessons
a
we've
great
learned
ship.
and put some new life
I like
into
the
it with
Mole.
a slightly different role and slightly
The
different purpose.
mole
It's
is a
like-
great ship, man.
And this allows us
You
to
know, it's-
iterate
it
more easily on our
fucking tried
current
and
ships
true,
that are going
you know?
out. But it also
you know
means
what
that
would
we can take
make
some of those
the-
improvements and
MOTH
changes back
better?
to those original ships later down the line.
Do you know? Just being able to salvage more.
We've
quickly.
tried to
it
make
shouldn't
changes
take
where
an
they were
hour to
needed, but
salvage.
not
Well,
make changes for change's sake.
Apparently it's a
But
bug
the kind
that's
of like
known
standout
about.
thing, if
so
I'm honest, it's the arms.
Oh, it's a bug. It's a feature.
you didn't read any of the chat that's been chatting in the chat.
What's your
have you?
favorite aspect of the MOTH?
Yeah, my favorite aspect is the new grinders.
Yeah.
The giant munching
I
arms that
have
it's got on the
been
front.
seeing
They look great.
They just feel kind of super chunky, super industrial, super dangerous.
My favourite aspect of the ship is the grabby hands.
They look really cool and give it a nice quirk to the shape.
Probably the grabby hands.
The
Fuck
gravity-
off, you don't want to
Right.
think.
It is
Oh,
such a key part of the ship's visuals.
I'm not allowed to
Because they're
have
very
an opinion
big,
about
very
that.
industrial, there's
alright?
lots of weight behind them,
Chrissy
but
says
at the
that
same time
it's
there's
gonna
also
be
really
able to
intricate little
salvage
details.
faster, I guess it's a known
I was
bug
trying to
that
make
it
them
can't
look a bit
salvage.
intimidating, like a bit dangerous, like you really would want your hands to be caught in anything. It was also very fun to work on the animations to kind of figure
I
out
think the buffer
how the
needs to
different
be
states
larger
the
too. It's
arms
only
would kind of
32
retract, the claws would
SCUs,
open
right,
up,
beard stacks?
big hydraulic pistons kind of retracting, moving around. And yeah, of course, the
You
crushers
should be able to munch
spinning.
more than 32 SCU at a
Are you aware
construction
that
rubble
nearly a
at
decade
time.
ago we had another system called Grabby Hands that has nothing to do with this?
No, I was not aware. What was that?
Disco Lando remembers.
It takes a crew of 4, so far fewer than you need for the Reclaimer, but it actually gives you some multiplayer gameplay as opposed to the Vulture. All 4 of those players will be able to take part in the salvage gameplay loop. We have 3 manned turrets, each with a size 2 salvage head. And the pilot gets access to the main structural salvage crusher.
Can this ship be operated solo?
Yeah, like all our ships, it can be operated solo. But if you operate a ship solo of a certain size, you get some downsides to it.
It would just be a lot of dancing around between the different seats. But at the same time, you're also going to be saving some time because you're going to be able to carry a lot more. So you're going to have less ships back and forth.
I plugged in all my guitars.
Oh, yeah?
What kind of defensive capabilities?
I need to rock.
Very minimal defensive capabilities. This is first and foremost an industrial ship. The pilot has 2 S2 slots available to
I just
them.
moved a few weeks ago. Blah,
The
blah, blah.
co-pilot gets access to a bespoke small missile rack with 16
Got it
S2
all
missiles.
set up again, all the pedals set up.
The belly of the ship has changed quite a lot. We've now got this large split cargo grid.
Both the 8-string and the 6-string.
A vertical orientation. So when the salvage material is projected out, it blows straight onto this large cargo grid that kind of takes up the majority of the belly of the ship.
One of the improvements over the MOTH chassis is the fact that the cargo grids are just normal cargo grids. Whilst the salvage output does automatically eject onto them and it does use standardized ASU crates, there's nothing to stop you putting any other cargo compatible item on those cargo grids.
I like what they say
Which allows
here
you
in a
to then
second.
perhaps do a bit of cargo. Maybe you find some salvage on the way that you want to do. It doesn't limit you to doing one or the other. You do have the ability to do both at the same time.
That's kind of cool.
The rear of the ship has a really nice cargo lift for 2 16 SCU containers. So you can get a bit of hauling gameplay in there as well.
And just in front of that is the old personnel lift. Both take you up into the newly, sort of slightly reimagined cargo area. From there to the left and right, you've got the entrances to the side salvage turrets.
You know, I wish they had a cargo area
and then a
like
ladder that leads you up
on
onto the main
mole.
deck.
And I hope when they
One of the things we
rework
realised
the
as we were
mole
working
that
on the
it
ship
will have the
was
same
to be able to get
ability
out some
drop
of the components out of the ship, we needed to widen the doors and widen the ladder down to the lower floor. And this gives a nice route through the ship to be able to get those ship items out.
To the rear of the ship from there are the beds and the bathroom and a couple of suit lockers. And then forwards from habitation is into the processing room.
We basically took the pre-existed engineering room from the mall and converted to a processing room.
Feels very hot, very industrial, and a little claustrophobic. You have an engineering screen in the middle. Some of the components have been sort of reshuffled around to make space for a big refinery, which is on board.
Forwards further still is the bridge, which has the pilot and co-pilot seats.
The bridge looks sharp.
As we're kind of revisiting the cockpit, we've updated it a little bit, so we've brought in a few new interactions, kind of modernised the view a little bit.
There's less now.
Things like the dashboard improvements, the interactive panels that we placed around the ship, those sort of things will kind of be retrofitted back onto the mole as well.
Like the Asgard and the Hermes, the MOTH is a new hull based on an existing chassis, and that means it doesn't share paints with the mole.
But we are making
Doesn't
some really
share
nice new
paint.
paints for the MOTH.
Be aware.
So we're going to have a lot of two-tone paints coming in.
They made those.
So you'll see
Thought I
that
said that.
Server's running right. They need your money.
So we're excited now that we have the full set of salvage ship sizes. We have you starting with the Salvation, moving to the Vulture and Fortune. Now we have the MOTH, and then ultimately you end up with the Reclaimer. It was very fun to work on, very nice to work on something industrial.
Just the little changes to the flow that we've had to make, opening up some areas just to allow a little bit of a smoother kind of gameplay experience has been really nice.
This is for the person who enjoys salvage gameplay but wants something bigger.
So there is an update coming that's going to make the Hopper 64 total SCUs. I just saw it myself. Chris sent that to me in my Discord. Okay. Nice. Well, now you know, everybody. right?
The official capacity is 224 SCU. The two external autoloader cargo grids each hold 96 SCU, and the rear cargo lift holds 32 SCU. However, each autoloader has a buffer of 32 SCU, given a maximum theoretical capacity of 286. Is that what it says? 296. Team is aware of the buffer size issue. The intent is for it to have 32 SCU per side, 64 total.
Oh, okay. 32 per side. Well, that makes sense, you know. That makes sense. Hey, but you know what?
Doesn't the game look amazing?
It does look amazing.
You know what else, mate? Did you know what else? Did you know what else? Just wait, I'm a bit slow, so fucking...
What?
Dave's not
What,
here,
Ozzy?
man.
Oh,
Dave's not here,
That's
man.
not a knife. That's not a knife.
Dave's not here, man.
That's
Dave's
not a
not
knife.
here, man.
That's
Dave's
not a
not
knife.
here, man.
That's not a knife.
is that getting old yet?
That's
It's not
not a
old
knife.
for me. I'm not over it
That's
yet.
not a knife. That's
Okay,
not,
Captain
that's
Obvious.
that's not a knife. Is the Pope a Catholic?
We both hit that at the same time.
Dave's not here, man.
Is the Pope a Catholic? That's not a knife. Okay, Captain Obvious. Doesn't the game look amazing?
It does look amazing. Oh my god. Yeah, they need to take this Stream Deck away from me. Man. It's going to get me into trouble one of these days.
Dave's not a knife.
Dave's not a knife, yeah. Hey, I got Obi-Wan Kenobi in TikTok. I should feel honored. Hey, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Rightio. What are you going to talk about now then?
I don't know. Do you want to pull up the Inside Star Citizen and talk about that?
That goes for 2 hours.
Well, we don't have to watch the whole thing. I got timestamp.
Give me the first timestamp then.
29:53. OBGYN Kenobi. Yeah. The new mining and salvage reputation missions,
Paid off a bit,
they're
you know.
grindy. Hey,
We get
hold
better.
up a second.
Just wait,
Hold
wait,
up.
just let it go 20
But
seconds.
We try, and in this case, we've definitely gotten better. There
But that's why
were
we
some
can waste
big
20
changes
seconds as well.
to internal infrastructure and stuff in the last
50
year or
what?
two, and we're seeing the results of that stuff.
29.50 what?
So now let's go into some specific
53.
updates here. So let's talk about the transport system. We don't need to talk about transit so much anymore. The transport.
Ozzy's about to go off. I can see his gears grinding. Let's hear it, Ozzy. Tell me how you feel about the transport system.
In Area 18 it works fine, mate.
Well,
good for you.
I'm glad you love Area 18 so
You know,
much.
I've never
What
really
about
had
the
a
rest of
problem.
the verse?
I don't go there.
What about Microtech? What about Microtech? You show up for the train, it says
What
you got
about it?
over 500 million seconds before the tram shows up.
Well, you know, sometimes I might wait like 3 minutes at Area 18. But
Yeah.
I don't go anywhere else. I don't need to.
Well, maybe you should.
Why?
Maybe you should go other places. Roll it and let's see what they say about the transport system. I like what they say.
Transport
here.
system is what will one day replace this thing. I've heard talk about there being a tech preview of it soon. Talk to me about the transport system.
Well, so transit was problematic, wasn't designed for server meshing. And so transport is a complete rebuild of the transit system, but using more server meshing native approaches for how different pieces are going to manage elements that are streamed out and streamed in. We're also moving away from some previous misconceptions that were put into the transit system. For example, one of them was responsible for trains going into space. We don't want trains to go into space.
We can't have trams going into space, Ozzy.
Well, I mean, unless we
But
do
it gives you a
space
fucking
elevator,
cool
that's
screenshot, man.
Yeah,
You know?
Astrotrain would be great. So the
I've got a
state of
couple,
transport,
actually.
Right. So at
Not
the
from
end
Area
of
18.
last year.
So I'm going to pause. What's included in transport? So what?
Here we go.
So
what are we talking about?
So
Elevators.
transit and transport manage elevators, in-ship elevators, trains, anything that has to move when you press a button. Call it. So it's a network of carriage, peripheral.
So you know how, like, when you're in the Polaris and you go to use the elevator while you're in quantum or whatever, and then you end up out in fucking space. Thank God I had my helmet on, right? They want to fix that. That's what they're talking about here. They're not just talking about transit systems on the capitals, you know, like at Levski, the elevators at Levski. They're not just talking about that stuff.
Have you ever been on a bunker elevator and it's just gone through the planet or it's gone into outer space?
Right. Yeah, that's what they're talking about fixing. They're not just talking about transit from the HABs to the spaceport, right? Go ahead and roll this thing. Let's see what they say here.
Gateway.
Okay.
Right. So you take an elevator to go to your hangar. That's transit.
You take a tram.
You take a tram.
Anything that's automated, anything that moves you not under your control.
Right. And he's the one moving the carriages, right? Okay. So he needs to deal with carriages being streamed out, you know, like prediction for that stuff. So so transport is a rebuild of the original transit, which has been, as we talked about, problematic. So the state on transport is, at this point, we are, you know, it's functional. So we've, the team at the end of last year actually completed the first transport link, which was we tested this internally with our QA teams extensively at this point. All of the new Babbage HABs links. So we took one link in the universe,
This way.
that one.
Yeah.
There's an elevator that went into space. You see it?
Let's see this.
Watch your step. This is the bunker elevator.
Yeah. Oh, that's a screenshot. I thought it was a video.
No, I don't have a video. I'll probably just wait. I got some pretty good fucking magic elevator.
Oh shit. Magic.
Right?
It's magic.
That's pretty good. I just had to show that. Alright.
Nice. Yep.
Right, yeah,
That's
okay.
Crazy. That's crazy. They're gonna fix it.
And we tested the crap out of
Sure.
it right now. That's a static
Sure.
link.
I hope so.
So it's going this. When I
Yeah,
say
me too.
static, it means the 2 points that the elevator goes to exist.
Okay.
They always exist. Now, so we know that works. Then the state at the moment is we also support hangars. So these are dynamic gateways, because if you're online and you're at the location, your hangar is spawned there. That's a dynamic gateway. If you leave, that gateway disappears. So the system needs to deal with dynamic gateways. The previous system
did not.
Canada did.
Do you understand what
Canada
he's
bit was
talking
the
about?
Piece that wasn't great. And so we've got internally at the moment new Babbage. We've got hangars and HABs. So the state of transport now is the team is working at converting all of Area 18.
Chrissy's
So we're talking
following him.
HABs,
You know, it's a bit of a
hangars,
struggle
transit
for me to
trains,
hear it with all
of
this
Area 18
shit
to the
going on.
transport system.
But
So we're going to go to tech preview with that. That's our plan. And the reason why we need to go to tech preview is because
was
we
looking
need
for something.
players. We've tested this internally. We can't muster as much players as we want, so we're going to try to see if you guys want to come.
They
and
can
help us
talk
out,
about it
test
till the
new
cows
Babbage
come home,
transit
man, but until
for
they
real,
fix it,
on
you
a
know,
tech
it's all
preview to
fucking
validate all the assumptions that are in the system.
hearsay.
So we're gonna launch tech preview and ask people to just come and ride the elevators.
Correct.
Come and ride the trams.
And their hangars.
And their hangars. And hope nobody dies.
No trains in space.
Maybe
no,
ride the elevators
no doors
out in
opening
space.
to nothingness.
You know, while you're going through
that'd be great.
quantum.
No passing through the floors in the carriages.
The single most exciting tech preview we'll ever do. But incredibly important
Hey,
because
you know.
it's a tech preview that doesn't just affect Area 18. It's
Yeah.
one that can literally affect quality of life in every single landing zone, on board every single spaceship.
That has an
the
elevator.
ships that have elevators
Correct.
and stuff within space stations. It's going to be this little thing for Area 18, but it ripples out to everything.
How
And so
long
after a
does
tech
timestamp
preview, if
go
everything
for?
is validated, there's one thing too
I
we
don't
want to try to
know,
avoid
about
is
5
the
minutes.
train prediction taking like you in 32 seconds to come in.
But if
Where
you
the
got something
train
to
says,
say,
train arrives in
just
1,060,000. You know,
pause it and
which
talk about
obviously
it.
we hope that.
I just thought it was a metaphor for. Am I allowed to say that?
At this point, you are. So after tech preview, we're gonna scale this out to every landing zone, and we're gonna see which patch this will load in. But at that point, we hope to bring transport in and completely deprecate the transit system from the game and nuke it from orbit.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to ride
And that's
trams in
next week.
Evocati, man, and go to
We don't
my
give dates.
hangar.
Best effort, but it's
and
looking
test
good. Like this tech
elevators in
preview is going to be
space.
where we're going to evaluate really
Tell me if
like,
this
where
starts
we're
coming
at
through
with
the
scale,
Discord.
because the issues of transit typically come
What's
up with
that?
scale most of the time.
Tell me
Fair
if my
enough.
background starts coming through the
I
Discord.
told you we get back to freight elevators.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what can you tell me about freight elevators and what still needs to happen?
Wait.
So the
Wait.
the freight elevators are
Wait. You said-
This is a different timestamp now we're getting into. They're going to talk about
What?
freight elevators for about the next 5 minutes.
You see this Corsair here?
Yeah.
Has anyone ever seen this paint job in game on a Corsair?
No.
Anyone? Anyone in the chat?
No. Boy, you are easily distracted, my man.
No. If it's a paint that no one's seen before, that's something new, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
at this point.
Well,
you are.
new timestamp. What are we looking at now?
On the
Freight elevators.
Where are we going? Timestamp?
Go to 4420. We're going to talk about the insurance system.
What timestamp?
44 minutes and 20 seconds. You got anything to say about the transit? I'm excited about this because, there was a problem when I first started playing last February. By the way, let me just point one thing out. Today, I've been playing this game for 1 year. You like that? In 2 days.
Today in 2 days,
anyway.
you've been playing for 1 year.
1 year and 2 days.
Fuck yeah.
So, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm like a seasoned veteran now.
You know
I don't
what?
remember
You know what?
precisely. I think it was after 3.18, that's for sure. I think it
You
was
know
like
what that
3.2
blew me
minutes
away
before I
yesterday?
started.
Fucking Black GI is subscribing for 37 months, man.
Whoa.
How?
Way to go, Black GI.
Right?
Anyway, what I was saying was when I started playing, there were game breaking bugs where you couldn't get an elevator to take you to a hangar. You couldn't get a tram to take you to the spaceport, and it's better now, but it can be even better, right, Ozzy?
Yeah. Can always be better, mate. There's-
Are they ever going to finish this game?
I don't know. There's a good chance, but first they're gonna bring out Squadron 42, then they're gonna bring out Chapter 2 of Squadron 42. So they're gonna say, "Oh no, we're working on Chapter 2 of Squadron 42, so we put the PU on hold for another 7 years."
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Did I say that out loud? Shit.
Well, and I was explaining this to someone last night at the little meet and greet I was at. They got this system where they design these ships And then you buy these ships for $100, $200, $1,000, depending on the size of the ship, right? You
Yep.
spend all this money, and that's what fuels this $1 billion price tag this game has, you know? And they just keep feeding us more ships to buy, you know, and we're hook, line, and sinker. We're gonna buy the fucking ships, right? I know I'm gonna buy it. I almost bought the MOTH the other day until I took it out for a test flight. You know, I mean, they got us, man. They got us.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Chrissy, yeah, their jaws were like, they were like, what are you talking about?
You know, that's like all this stuff I've been teaching myself with AI lately, and I tell everyone about it, and it's like, who fucking cares? You know? But I'm really fucking chuffed with it, you know? Like, I fucking learned so much lately. It's stupid, but you know. What was the point?
You know, I don't remember what the point was. Do you want to talk about insurance? Let's go to 4420. Let's talk about that.
Allows you to imprint items, save that state.
'Cause we don't
and then
know a lot
recover it
about
on
insurance
death
yet,
or
do
when
we?
you claim insurance.
All right, so I have a couple
It's gonna
questions here.
insure
based on-
anything you got on your ship.
We keep mentioning insurance. Are we talking? Are we?
That's
are
how
you saying
shipping
that
used to happen back in the
insurance
day.
will be in alongside
Ship insurance.
V1 or just yeah, exactly.
You'd load up your
Correct.
ship.
It's the
You'd
I say
take the
insurance
fucking
because
thing
that's
off
the same
it,
kind
you'd
of loop
store
in
it.
terms of what the services are doing
Bloody.
to do this, but basically it's a snapshot we recover from.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
So when item recovery V1 comes out, it'll still be much like it is today as far as insurance. Everybody will just have global. Everybody has LTI on everything at the moment right now until that very specific gameplay system is implemented. So this is not that.
Going on, Super
You're
Chair
using
Destroyer?
Lowercase I insurance.
Lowercase
not-
I, yes.
Sorry, I just needed to. I'm like
underscore I.
I didn't think ship insurance was coming in this one.
Yeah.
So just to clarify that before folks go off. You're saying that because it's a change to the entitlement system and everything will just get snapshot and moved over. When you say people will no longer lose ships, you're talking about that whenever a patch comes out, people come in and they're talking about the ships that they've earned in game, the ships they've either bought with AUEC or stolen or whatnot. Those should persist.
See, that's the fucking
We have an
difference
entitlement
between
for
me here and the
something.
video.
We no longer wipe that between patches at all. We keep it completely.
Okay.
So that should give us a lot more. In fact, it is exactly the way you would expect it to function right now, except the way the systems were
No,
built
it's
in the
just
past
noise.
didn't account for that. And so there was cases where you could lose something that you own because it was.
No, this is the
left
old
stolen
one
in a
from 8
shard
days ago,
or,
you know, the one that
you know,
went for
something
2
like that.
hours and
So
fucking
now
5
with the
minutes or
entitlement
something
system, we keep
stupid.
that cross patch.
So the first question I have in response to that is, how will
mate,
people get rid of things? Because quite frankly, I might go
Here we go.
joyriding one day, or
Here we go. This is
I might
important.
buy a thing.
By the
for
way,
AUC
Oz, you just talked
and
through
fly
that
it
whole
and then decide
segment.
I
didn't
don't
hear
want it, I
anything
don't
they
like it,
said.
and now it's just sitting there staring at me in the
I'm-
ASOP. If these things
That's
don't go
okay.
away between
I have to
patches
really
now,
concentrate to
every
hear
time
what
I
they're
wanna try
saying.
I try a ship, or I
It's
just move
your
away for a
show,
ship,
man.
or John Crew nerfs the hell out of the ship,
Hey,
and I
stop
don't
it
want
for
to
a
fly it
second.
anymore.
So
Goddamn John
what
Crew.
they're talking about is, you know, I went to New Deal and bought a Rock DS, and I hate the fucking thing. And my ASOP list just got even longer, right? It's like 10 pages long. I got to scroll for days to get through it or use the search bar that's new. And I don't want all this shit in my ASOP terminal. How do I fucking get rid of it? Well, right now you can't. But they're talking about that here, that they're wanting to put something in place where you can get rid of that shit. All right, you can continue, Ozzy.
I might want to get rid of it. So will there be? Is there going to be a mechanism for getting rid of these things?
Well, not with item imprint, right? As part of this, no. But there are. I don't want to go too much into details into this, but I can give an example of like, you have a ship filled with cargo, that you stow into your location inventory in New Babbage, and you claim that ship, right? In the current way the system works, that cargo's lost, right? That ship will get deleted and you're done, right?
Mhm.
You get a new one, but it's the same entitlement, right? With the new system, we have the ability to also show you ships that you own that had an entitlement on it. And so what that means is you could claim that ship, you'll get a new, let's say it's a Caterpillar filled with cargo, and you're like, I need to claim it for some reason. You can claim the ship. The other ship will be bricked, right? That's how the design is functioning. So it's no longer usable, but you can still retrieve it. You can still retrieve the bricked ship and get it. And then if you destroy the ship or tow it out, then it'll go away from your entitlement. But there's going to be more system, of course, to remove that from your ASOP terminal longer term, but not in this phase, but longer term, yes.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the long-term players, the people who have been here for a while, who have acquired a rather massive fleet already. And
I'm a victim of this.
You know, and you start buying ships, and I'm guilty of it. There's just sometimes I don't want this anymore. I don't want to look at a I don't know, a Rock DS.
Say it, Jared.
Anymore. Just want it
Fuck
out
the
of
Rock
my
DS.
ASOP.
Right, Chrissy?
I bought it mistakenly from Astro Armada. I just had a momentary weakness. I don't want that Rock DS staring at me in my ASOP for the end of time, because you've done a wonderful thing with item recovery, you know, V1.
But now you keep it.
And now
Now
they're
you're stuck
persistent.
with it.
Yeah, some things
Are you saying
aren't
you
meant
don't want
to be,
your ships anymore?
I'm just saying some things aren't meant to be persisted. So I just want to take this opportunity to just
That's a good
encourage
conversation.
You
there
should be able to
there should be
sell it
some way
back to Astro Armada
remove
for a
it.
discount.
I'm very curious
price,
about why you
right?
singled out the Rock
Wouldn't
DS.
that be
on this.
something? Like if I had an 820, if I had an 890 jump and I didn't want it
Jared hates
anymore,
the
I
Rock
should be able
DS
to get some of
confirmed.
my
Oh,
money
you haven't
back.
been watching
Even if it
for a
was
while.
just
I'm getting that
25% or
confirmed now.
something, yeah.
Right. They do that in Elite Dangerous.
Jared, you're not supposed to be going on shows and telling people
This is
you
not
hate
Elite
certain
Dangerous.
ships.
This is Star
You're
Citizen.
supposed to be championing
Right?
everything. I'm like,
Did you forget your place?
Yeah.
Hey, is this Battlefield 6?
I hate the Rock DS. It's just.
It's comfy though. It's got to get.
Hold on, let's just do
Muted.
everything
Did
the
you
first
see
Rock
that?
does, but
I hope you
require
saw
two
that.
people.
That was for you.
I did see it. That was very
Look,
rude and uncalled
I've
for.
never lied to you. I never will. It's the only. It's the only promise I've ever made people. You've been mentioning long-term persistence.
I love that
so
paint
let's
on
just-
the
let's just
Corsair,
wrap up
man.
This. The
just totally distracted
storyline
by the paint.
of losing stuff, keeping stuff. The last time we had this conversation,
Thanks,
you
Beer Stacks.
talked about utilizing this.
Maybe I will go
entitlement
back
system
and play
to-
Elite
Is that
Dangerous,
what
you
we were
know?
just talking about, or is there more stuff?
There's more. So there's a lot of work ongoing on this, on the long-term persistent side. So just for those who don't know what long-term persistent is, or LTP, there's a mechanism we put in
when they were
place
putting
to allow you to
persistence
keep
into the game.
Discord again.
Right, so
Your audio's coming through Discord again.
every patch we basically destroy, like when you come into
Hey, Gutted
4 to
Rabbit.
7 when it comes out, that's a brand new database, right? The whole thing is fresh,
Welcome in.
and then we recreate things. Now, why do we recreate things? It's because these things are still changing. So the Hornet you had in 4.5 is probably different than the Hornet you have in 4.6. Item port locations have changed, materials have
07
changed,
Gutted Rabbit.
serialized
Yeah, now they're
variables
talking
and all
about
the data that
something
goes with it
else.
has changed.
The gold standard Aurora that we just launched is
Great
technically an entirely different ship. The
Completely.
whole
You can
entity
stop
is
it
different.
there, Ozzy.
Exactly.
And what under the hood.
I don't know what they're talking about now. But you know, we were talking about the tech preview. Now, this video came out before the recent inventory tech preview. So this video predates the tech preview. But they talk a little bit about inventory at timestamp 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 57 seconds. 1:19:57. Yeah, we're moving right along now. Let's see what they say about the inventory and when that's coming up. And this might give us another chance to talk about Evocati, Ozzy.
But there's still, you know, we need to dial that in perfectly, because that's the part we really want to solve.
But you feel good about it?
I feel good about it. Yeah, absolutely.
You feel good enough to say
they're talking about
4.7 in
inventory?
March?
I think so. I think so.
Don't put the camera when he says that. You gotta put the camera in him. No, you look at the camera.
No.
You say inventory.
I think inventory is going to be in 4.7. I think so.
Okay.
He thinks so.
You're gonna
they
put
had a
the small
tech
text after this,
preview,
right?
so.
No, this is live. this is live, baby. No small text. And so, if inventory rework is 4.7, I'm not going to push you on crafting. It's a super complicated thing or whatever. But
I mean, the teams are working really hard for that launch window if they can make it.
For that launch window,
we're pushing really hard for that launch window.
You're pushing really hard to get crafting in 4.7.
I'll pause
General
this.
Desperado's rating.
Yeah, he's raiding you, mate.
Is he rating me?
Yep.
General Desperado. Let me take a minute here, Ozzy.
Yeah, no worries.
General Desperado, how are you doing, man?
Take a minute. I'll go over smoke, mate. It's all right.
Okay. You know what? I haven't been watching General Desperado much lately. Oh, and there's the audio from the video clip. And I've been busy with other stuff, General Desperado. Just, I had a motorcycle wreck, and, I told you a little bit about that. And life has been crazy since I came back. But anyway, how was your stream, man? What did y'all do today on your stream, General Desperado? Yeah, he's a fucking legend in my mind. Hey, Sand Groper. How you doing, Sand Groper? Welcome to our podcast. This is a podcast me and the Aussie Viking do bi-weekly, where we talk about Star Citizen shit. So welcome in. You're doing SO flying and death prac for Atmo thing next Saturday. I'm not familiar with what's going on next Saturday. Can you explain that to me? Yeah, I think Gen is short for General Super Chair Destroyer. Or does it mean something else? Am I missing something? Thanks for the raid, General Desperado. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate all the support we can get for this very humble podcast we're doing. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I feel like I should know about that, Jen. Oh, there's my quirky little freaking bot saying, Sydney, huh? Another VIP escort mission. Don't let those civilians distract you, Desperado. Yeah, I should. I should know a lot of things. It's not easy when I got doctors and shit wanting a piece of my time every fucking day of the week almost. Hey, thanks, Jen. Thanks for coming in. Thanks. We'll try to take care of your viewers. Thanks for trusting us with your viewers, and we're going to try to have a good podcast here. We got about another 30 minutes to go. See you later, Jen. So, while we wait for Ozzy to come back from his smoke break, let's talk about the Verse Collective. We'd like to get General Desperado in the Verse Collective. It's a group of streamers who stream Star Citizen primarily, And some of them do other games like Battlefield 6, or DayZ. They play those from time to time, but it's primarily Star Citizen. I play nothing but Star Citizen. And what we do is we just support each other, teach each other things about stuff like Atmo, which I apparently don't know shit about.
General Desperado doesn't want to be in Reverse Collective, mate.
You don't think so?
No, see, he's
Yeah,
already
probably
said
not.
goodbye, see?
Yeah, well, I know. He left before I started talking about the Verse Collective. But anyway, Verse Collective is a great organization that Ozzy put together. I guess I'm kind of a founder too, although I didn't do much other than say, yeah, that's a great idea, Ozzy.
That's all it takes, mate.
Yeah. So anyway, back to business, Ozzy. What were we talking about? 4.7 inventory?
Yeah.
Okay. They talk a bit about Squadron 42. Do you want to
Not really.
talk about Squadron 42? Well, let's see what they say about it. This is further than I watched when I watched this. I didn't get to this part, but it's at 128.29. Kind of curious to see what they said about Squadron 42.
Experience for it, but it's fundamentally in a PvP zone. So that is giving them those tools to make something that's fun and repeatable as an experience. And I mean, I just, the energy is really good.
Nope. Now, chat's like, Squadron 42, whatever. I ain't talking about Squadron 42. I made one very plain-spoken, reasonable comment about Squadron 42 the last time we got together, and it got press articles. So I ain't saying nothing. I'm talking about Star Citizen. Star Citizen.
Okay.
Star Citizen.
So that's our update on Squadron 42, everybody.
Where we at?
Are we going to see Squadron 42 this year, Ozzy? You're muted, by the way.
Isn't that confirmed? It's confirmed the end of this year, isn't it?
That's what they said last year. But like anything else with this game, I'll believe it when I see it, right? That's why I ask. Because I'm not supremely confident it will come out this year. I think we'd be seeing more media hype. Don't you think that they should be yeah, GTA 6 for 2025. They kind of missed the mark there. You'd think we'd be seeing more about Squadron 42 in the media. They need to do a media blitz for this game if they want it to be successful.
They've got Mark Hamill in it. Once they start promoting it, it's going to be everywhere. Good things come to those who wait, mate. So...
That's true. I talk to people that are playing video games, and they don't know anything about Squadron 42, never even heard of it. No, Shinari Safari, I don't agree. Because I talk to people all the time that never heard of Squadron 42, and these are avid game players.
Do they play fucking Space Sims or anything, though?
Maybe.
Do they have $600 flight sticks? Do they have a system built for Star Citizen?
Maybe. Maybe.
Do they want to play a buggy mess for 3 years before something gets fixed?
Yeah, Shinari Safari, I talk to people all the time that never heard of Star Citizen either. I talk to these people all the time out on the street. Very few of them ever even heard of Star Citizen, and the ones that have heard about Star Citizen think it's a scam.
None of the people, only the people in my immediate community that I play Star Citizen with know what Star Citizen is. It's fucking rare that I meet someone in the average day that would know what Star Citizen is. So,
Super.
all the hardware you need.
It is a pretty niche game. That's a good point.
It's not a cheap game to get into. Like, sure, you can buy a fucking Aurora or a Mustang for $45 or whatever, but
you got to have a $3,000 gaming rig to play it.
Yeah, and then keyboard and mouse won't cut it after a while, so you need sticks, and then all your mates have got all this other shit, and then a Toby, there's another $500-600. Fucking
400, yeah. Yep. It gets expensive. I was explaining to somebody last night that I was streaming that I was actually getting enough money to pay for gasoline with streaming, and then I told him, I didn't tell you how much I've actually spent on this shit though. It's way more than what I make from streaming. This shit doesn't pay for itself, does it, Ozzy?
No way in fucking hell, mate.
No way in fucking hell.
It's way more
But
costly.
you know what?
This is way more costly than fucking Twitch has ever fucking made me.
The only habit I have that's more expensive than this is my motorcycle. But you know what, Ozzy? You want to know something?
What's that, mate?
Doesn't the game look amazing?
It does look amazing.
Oh my god. Some of the best players I've ever met, Super Clopez, have been mouse and keyboard man. And for the first 6 months, I was a staunch mouse and keyboard warrior as well. But, then I got my sticks, and I haven't looked back. Fuck mouse and keyboard. G'day, Corsair Chef.
So, I got one more timestamp for you, and we can just let this play through for a while because it covers a bunch of different good subjects that I want to talk about. But if you want to, we can go to 140.16. We're going to talk about economy exploits. And I didn't get this far when I was watching the video. That's why I want to see this. 140.16.
Am I muted?
No. Yeah, we can't hear anything you're saying.
In the game today, economy exploits. Economy exploits, and if you're watching the show and you're wondering why I'm talking about economy exploits, it's because I'm going to get to the next question that you've got, the question you've had the whole time. So,
yeah,
let's talk about the economy exploits.
Sure.
What's happening?
There are exploits.
Be better.
Yeah, we're going to talk about battle cruisers, beard stacks.
Well, so in terms of the economy in general, right? There's a couple. I think we're up to 7 or 8 right now. So first of all, we have a strike team on this at the moment, right? Looking at all these different things. There's a couple of ways in which there's been potentially duping, ways to earn rewards they're not supposed to have.
I think we're beyond potentially.
No. Well, yeah.
No
yeah,
way.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair.
And so we're looking at all these exploit vectors, right, to fix them. Obviously, that needs to be prioritized. The big conversation that was spawned from that is like, we're a game in development, but we're also delivering live service, right? And so we don't have a framework for this. In that internally, when we get exploit reports, we don't necessarily automatically prioritize them. So the conversation that was spawned was like, okay, well, there are going to be exploits, right? Every game has a series of exploits for its entirety of its life, right? No game has no exploits. And so the question is more, how do you respond for it, right? And so historically, exploits have always taken a lower priority to ongoing development, right?
I'm going to jump in. You're 10 switching between past and present here. I want to be clear. You're talking about the past right now.
The past.
He's 10 switching a couple of times. It makes it sound like he's talking about today.
No.
It's like this. We're talking about the past, guys.
In the past,
Very
right?
funny,
it's
Corsair.
exploits would fall. There'd be bugs like any other, right? Depending on the severity, sometimes they got escalated, but we didn't have a process for this. So now the conversation is about when we do get an exploit report, how do we deal with it? Like, how do we escalate it? How do we respond to it? How do we deal with it, right? And so for the current ongoing exploits that we know about that have a damaging effect on the economy, currently we're dealing with them the same way we've dealt with the other hero strike teams. And so we're looking at each one of them and confirming the fixes, right? Because sometimes,
Yeah, Corsair, you can sell
you fix an
burritos
exploit,
on your
there's a second
menu
vector right away.
merchant,
So those are complicated fixes sometimes. So we're dealing with these things right away. But the big thing that also this puts in light is that even a minor exploit at the moment has a very large effect on the economy because there are many limits that are not in place. And so at the moment, we're also looking at overall economy design and limits around, selling, inventory capacity, exchange limits, ongoing active tracking of player trades and or large purchases, things like that. Now, we want to make clear that we want the economy to be fun and movable, but we also need some protectionism behind it. And so that's what we're looking at the moment. Now, I don't have all the solutions. I didn't write them down or show them out, but this is the spirit that we're in at the moment on these economy exploits.
You're
What are we looking at, Ozzy? You're muted.
Sorry, mate. I said fuck that shit. I'm over it. This is someone else's opinion on the new inventory system, right? We're gonna watch this.
Okay, go ahead.
Once is an incident, twice is a coincidence, but 3 times is a pattern. CIG is trending more towards convenience and accessibility while moving further away from simming as they develop what they call the best damn space sim. But the more convenience, the less sim. Ask any DCS player doing a full startup sequence. By the end, it'll probably play more like Destiny than we might have been counting on. And it seems likely in pursuit of targeting a big, encompassing all types of gamers, universal audience. When you try to please everybody, you please nobody. But let's start with the good news. Visually, the new UI looks fantastic. Takes a little getting used to navigating around it. When you first hit the storage kiosk, it says no containers selected, which is weird because what do you mean? I'm at the storage access kiosk. Then on the upper right column, you see a Google Map type pen icon and you can click it to get to the local storage. Seems like an unnecessary step when you're clicking on the storage kiosk. That actually tripped up a lot of Evo players till folks in chat told them what to do.
I think that
so maybe if we're
screenshot
clicking
was
on the
from the
local inventory,
pipeline
we should
leak
probably be presented
channel.
with the local inventory.
Alright.
Just a little thought there. So you open it up, and instead of dragging armor and equipment off of your body, there's helmet, glasses, torso, etc.
that
icons
screenshot is
next
from
to your
the
body,
pipeline
and you drag
link
those to
channel.
the inventory box.
Alright.
And vice versa, you drag equipment to the icons instead of your body, which makes it feel a little bit like a different game. But you can double click the items to equip them like usual. Out of habit, I kept trying to drag the items off my character into the inventory instead of using the floating icons. It's just more intuitive to do it the usual way. The local inventory you're pulling from is on the right side like normal, but it's arranged more like the freight elevator UI. It's wider, 5 items in each row, 8 items in each column. That's the whole page, so you don't have to scroll down to see everything before you move on to the next page. Like the freight elevator, the categories are laid out at the top: armor, clothes, weapons, etc. Also like the freight Vader, each has a drop down with all the
One thing I want to point out, right? You see, this is one thing that Norv's had problems with because he's fucking getting a bit old now. You know, wears glasses. Fucking all the icons are the exact same size, even though in the old system, this fucking Cambio tool used to be like 2 or 3 icons wide. Now it's the same picture, but miniaturized, right? Yeah? Yeah, no, you're allowed to talk about it. Super Clopez. We're allowed to talk about it. Just not show it. And this specific fucking screenshot is from the Pipes, the Star Citizen Leaks channel in Pipeline. So
scroll down to see everything before you move on to the next page. Like the freight elevator, the categories are laid out at the top: armor, clothes, weapons, etc. Also, like the freight Vader, each has a drop down with all the subcategories: helmets, core, arms, and they pop up with a mouse hover on the category icon. Like the freight elevator. So much faster than having to use that universal button that shows every category that you have to scroll all the way down through. There's also a search bar up top, and it works pretty damn good, my friend. Searching for pulse pulled up all my pulse pistols like expected. Doing a more general search for rifle put up the Parallax Energy Assault Rifles, Karna Rifles, Sniper Rifles, and everything I had that was a rifle. Doing an even more general search by typing primary or secondary didn't work, but typing blue pulled up my blue clothes, blue liveries, and blue Bilva fruit. Typing KA put up my Karna Rifles and my Tankard Cup. So if you type any partial name of an item, even if it's just a couple letters, it'll pull everything up. What I couldn't figure out was how to clear the search results and go back to using the inventory menu. Apparently that's a known issue at the time, but I figured out if you hit escape, it'll close the inventory and work fine after you reopen it. Once you got your armor equipped, the left side populates slots to fill for weapons, equipment, etc. The cool thing is that you can put your attachments on your weapons there. It's a big improvement from dragging attachments from your inventory to the tiny little area on the actual weapon. This way you can easily view what's attached to each weapon. Performance wise, way better. You don't get that delay while the game is like, it's damn near instant. It's kind of weird how responsive it is. Years of waiting on these mini delays. We're so used to it that them not being there kind of alters the flow a bit. Eventually it'll be second nature and the thought of going back will be ugh. So the theme here is speed. With the newness, every action shaves off a second or two with your inventory flow. Once you're used to navigating it, it'll bring down your prep time significantly. The bad news, all the cool things that are part of your interaction with the world are just becoming superfluous. There's a good chance that more people like it than not. But let me make a case for you to consider. Star Citizen is a huge, expansive sci-fi universe full of major players, from blue-collar boys extracting resources to high-level scheming government officials and even alien races. What ties everything together in a way that makes the story a part of the experience rather than just background noise is your participation and agency in it. You don't just hear about random things happening with zero representation of it in game. You get hands-on with it, physically. You mine raw materials, load them up to ship out. You grab cryopods and see the faces of the victims of the current epidemic. It's all diegetic. In your everyday experience, you don't teleport to your pilot seat. You open up the ramp of your ship, close it behind you, maybe throw a poster on the wall, then you plop down into the cockpit. These are mechanics that immerse you in the actions of living and doing things in this universe. It's fine for other games to let you open the inventory and click on a food item to increase your health bar, but Star Citizen has always been built different.
I remember when they
Light-speed travel and decide to pull a lukewarm burrito out your bag and shove it in your dry mouth. When you equip your helmet, you pull it off your hip and place it on your head, putting out fires, swapping out components. It's the difference maker between this game and the rest. Diegetic, physical, immersive, doing instead of approximating. It's what excited so many people about Star Citizen.
It's all for the immersion. But I think immersion is really important for me because I think that you have to really visualize and create a very believable world. And the more immersive, the more connected you are to the experience. The more connected you are to the experience, I think the more fun the game itself will be.
That trash can in the corner might become a basketball rim for the empty bottle you're holding. And up to now, that box neatly tucked under a bench was something you walked over to and opened up to see what kind of plunder you stumbled across. That's all changing. Things that you physically touch and play with are giving way to remote access. Loot boxes and storage lockers are now background decoration. You don't even need the storage access kiosk. You just hit I within about 25 feet or so. Not like I got a tape measure. And bam! Shortwave magical bag of holding. You don't even need your freight elevator to pull stuff out. Know how I know? I pulled out a 1 SCU box out of thin air, then said go big or go home, then pulled out an 8 SCU box, which fell out the sky onto my head and sent me to the hospital. It hurt. This is definitely a new shift and not part of the grand vision. You might have been around to remember when, a while after storage access was added, they tried building in this additional step where you pick what you want to take from the top of the kiosk, then pick it up from the bottom, like a candy bar machine. That was the next step in storage, till they realized that a storage access point didn't need to work exactly like the freight elevators. Now we're almost back full circle to our only interactions mostly being with doors. Storage kiosks are redundant. Loot boxes are pretty much symbolic. You don't enter a room and look for boxes or corpses to loot. You see a box, that signifies that loot is in a room, and then you hit I and clear the room of loot in a couple clicks. Really, there's no need to even look for loot. You walk in, tap the inventory button. You see all the loot. Go to the next room, repeat. Which makes the boxes themselves just kind of useless. Ship storage is back to the old days. You don't need your personal storage lockers. You just walk a couple steps into the ship, pull up the inventory, move things in and out. CIG is actively hustling backwards. I imagine the idea is to keep gameplay moving along faster. Fast is good when you're trying to beat the clock. When you're speed running. In normal gameplay with no ticking bomb, the immersion meter starts dropping quicker than Amazon Fire phones, while all the things we were excited about become optional, unused vestigial limbs. You can still walk up and interact with those things, at least for now, but why would you? You might as well stuff the whole room in your backpack before anybody else gets a chance at it. What's gonna happen is alliances are gonna break down real quick when you walk in the room and take everything in it. When the room's inventory is accessed by one player, it locks everybody else out of it. The rando you were cooperating with is gonna watch you taking everything, see an empty inventory when you're done.
Was I muted then?
Yeah, probably.
Fuck.
Why are you muted all the time?
Because you keep saying my fucking thing's coming through my fucking thing, so I fucking mute myself, then nothing's coming through anywhere, and I can actually hear what we're watching.
Stop hitting the
Alright.
mute button.
Yeah, but then you'll be saying, bloody, hey Aussie, you coming through Discord. Hey Aussie, you coming through Discord.
Well, stop coming through Discord. I don't know what to tell you.
But it's fun tool. The thing is, you could kill that random and just press I, fucking take his shit. You don't even have to go over to him. Fucking. Anyway. We're nearly there.
Take a good look at you, then send you to the med bed. And why shouldn't they? Normally, if you were looting a corpse, they could be looting a box next to it.
No.
You're looting that box? Alright, I'll get this box.
Can you hear
Pretty
my shit
fundamental.
through my Discord?
That was a non-zero sum game where whoever's quicker gets to lick their lips after they eat the whole pie. Looting every box, corpse, and inventory in the room feels like kid games. You should have to look under that desk that somebody took the time to hide a box in, because if you don't, your buddy or the next more detail-oriented person should take what you overlooked, and vice versa.
Yes.
Feels Fortnite's big space adventure, if that ever becomes a thing. Finding loot that other people miss is an essential part of your gaming breakfast. I mean, have you seen Arc Raiders? It showed the world how much fun and the links folks will go to find and secure that box before.
We've seen that.
Or some.
Righto. What are we going to talk about now?
I don't know. You want to talk about the targeted wipes they're planning?
They didn't
It
say.
was on that.
They didn't say wipe. They said targeted actions. Right now, the actions.
Targeted.
The action could
Go
mean.
go back to the Inside Star Citizen. There's a section I wanted to look at where they talked about wipes and what might be coming.
Didn't I already remove it?
I think you closed it out.
What timestamp?
Okay. Go to 151:11.
Piece of shit. That's my one for the show. All right, then fine. Wipe. Wipe.
We were doing so good.
Wipe. I held them off. Wipe.
Right. So, okay. We're not planning a wipe. we're planning.
Good night, everybody.
We're planning. We're looking at targeted actions, right? But we're not looking at a wipe for the moment, and so we want to keep on rolling. First of all, there's a lot of some of the work we've discussed. Obviously, I can't share the details of what we're doing, but that needs to be completed. So for now, we're not intending a full blanket wipe.
This goes back to what we were saying before about the biggest quality of life thing. All this work going into long-term persistence and to item recovery V1 and stuff. It's about and the freight elevator. It's about making sure you keep your stuff. Yeah. Making sure you keep your stuff. Making sure you keep your stuff. Making sure you keep your stuff. So we've got tools. We've got logs. We've got
a lot of logs.
We got a lot of logs. We got a lot of information. A lot of information. So it is our intention to do a targeted correction to those areas that
are
need it, and preserve.
Are they going to tell us what
much
those areas are? I guess not.
Gotten gains of the everyday Star Citizen as possible.
Exactly.
So no blanket wipe.
That's right.
Okay. You can stop it. I'm satisfied.
So we've answered that. That's done.
Yeah, they've answered it. They didn't really answer anything though, because what are they going to wipe? Are they going to wipe
targeted actions?
They didn't say
they could possibly word it like this, like an economy refactor, right?
Yeah.
Or
maybe all they do is wipe everyone's money.
A reputation refactor.
I would be a little hurt if they trashed my reputation, you know.
Well, you know, oh man, I've been working on my rep since 4.0.
Right.
You know? Yeah. Anyway. You want to see something cool?
Yeah, let's see something cool. Of course I want to see... No, Ozzy. I don't want to see something cool. I thought that was... All right, what are we looking at that's cool? That Scorpius there?
The Scorpius is always cool. But I'm not...
We need to show them the clips you made that you messaged me this morning. You were going to show them that. Okay, that's cool. Look at Frenchie go. I want to see the one you did of us, going out and attacking the hordes, you know. Here we go. Look at Ozzy, he's all cool and shit, didn't even put his helmet on.
I'm cool like that, mate, see? Right.
Yeah, you're cool like that. He's all cool.
Did you see this one? This one's pretty cool.
Yeah, let's look at it. Wow.
You see Frenchie ride past in the end.
Yeah. Show him the one you did of me. Oh, here we go. Verse Vikings. Nice.
Okay, yeah, the one standalone with you is pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Look at those big guns. Ed. What was I saying there, Ed?
Yeah,
Ed.
you were supposed to be
Ed.
If you look at your lips, you can see you're trying to say, "Clip that, bitches," right?
Now, here's what I don't understand about that clip. Hang on, showing it again. I had those two big guns on my back, and I chose the smallest fucking one. What's up with that? I want to use
Yeah,
my
I don't
most
know.
casualty producing weapon.
Well, did you see this one?
No, probably not.
Hostile signatures 300 meters north. Setting up firing line. On my mark. Mark!
Show that again. It skipped on my
Spread out! Find cover! Hostile signatures 300 meters north. Setting up firing
What's with the cat?
line. On my mark.
Jen Jobin's photo that I used for the AI thing, he had a cat on his shoulder. Alright?
What the fuck?
Yeah. So, the
funny.
cat is now a part of it. Alright.
Space cat.
That's just how it is,
awesome.
mate. Right, and then,
Hey, man, I got something for you. You're not ready for this, I know, but here you go.
That's not a knife.
Did you see this one?
Oh, I got to tell you something, Ozzy. This is important. So we had our podcast from 2 weeks ago, okay, and I was watching it with my girlfriend. She actually sat through it. She didn't have any idea what the fuck we were talking about. She was oblivious to what we were talking about, right? But you know what she said?
I should
in the middle of everything.
I should cut my hair and my beard off.
Yeah, no, not that you should cut it. She said if she ever met you, she was going to cut your beard and your hair off.
Good thing I live in Australia, eh?
Yeah, it's a good thing because she would do it. You may not want, you remember how we talked about you maybe coming to visit Texas sometime? You may not want to do that because my girlfriend's fucking serious when she says shit. You'll wake up and your beard will be shaved off. Fucking shit.
Yeah, right.
And that is a hell of a beard, man.
That's a good one. I've been growing this for a few years now.
Yeah.
I need a haircut, but...
Yeah. She would say you need to cut it all off.
Yeah, nah.
Well, do we want to wrap it up?
I think so.
We're coming on 2 hours. I got shit to do today. I got to get ready for this fucking ball I'm going to tonight.
Well, I'll probably continue because I know I've got a bunch of dudes in the Discord.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'll raid you, and then you can carry on with General Desperado's viewers. So I'll raid out and I'll raid you, and then we'll call it a day on this podcast. What do you think?